Hello, my name is Anish, and today I'm going to talk to you about SCID, or Severe Combined Immunodeficiency, a type of genetic disorder. I'm talking to you today because of my interest in biology and biotechnology, so I thought this would be a cool project for me to do. Okay, so SCID's OMIM number is 102700. This number is used for figuring out more information about SCID. If you search OMIM number 102700 in the OMIM database, you'll come up with SCID. Its gene map 20q13.11 refers to where the mutation is located on the 20th gene and on which part. Okay, for basic information, SCID, as I told you before, is a genetic disorder. The gene mutation responsible for this genetic disorder is recessive, which means that both parents have to be carriers for their child to inherit this genetic disorder. That child also has a 1 in 4 chance of actually inheriting the disorder. When an individual has SCID, their immune system is shut down. When immune systems are affected by a genetic disorder, that disorder is classified as an immunodeficiency. There are many immunodeficiencies, but SCID is the most severe of all of them. Discovery and other info. SCID was discovered by Dr. Giblett in 1972. SCID is an X-linked genetic disorder. Approximately 7,000 people have SCID. Since SCID is an X-linked disorder, only males can get this disorder. To put that in perspective, only 1 in every 200,000 babies born have SCID. You can see that small sliver on the pie chart represents the population with SCID in the world. So this is what's going to follow. General symptoms, diagnosis, David Vedder, somebody who had the disorder, prognosis, and other effects. General symptoms: recurrent infections, pneumonia, meningitis, measles, sepsis, chickenpox, cold sores, chronic skin infections, and chronic diarrhea. This is all caused by the immunodeficiency, which weakens the immune system, shutting it down in this case. Diagnosis. Typically, babies are diagnosed with SCID within 6 months of birth. Babies who are not diagnosed in early childhood, or within the 6 months, typically die from a chance infection. As with other immunodeficiencies, screening tests can measure blood lymphocyte levels. A diagnosis of SCID can be made in the womb or in vitro, like in the case of David Vedder. Lymphocytes are a specialized type of white blood cells. David Vedder, or Bubble Boy, is shown in his bubble. He had SCID, and he also helped pioneer public awareness of SCID. He died from a diseased bone marrow transplant. We'll talk about diseased bone marrow transplants later. Prognosis. After a diagnosis and a successful treatment done in the first 3 months of life, the patient usually has a completely new and functional immune system. There are little signs of SCID after successful treatment. Thus, SCID is considered now a pediatric emergency, not a fatal disease. If left untreated or a suitable bone marrow donor is not found, one of two things can happen: death from a chance infection or to prevent the above, the child can be put into a bubble. When put into a bubble, the family typically has difficulty interacting with the victim. In the case of David Vedder, he sometimes became short-tempered and isolated himself from his family. Treatment. One method of treatment is bone marrow transplant. If it is typically successful when done in the first 3 months of life. Careful screening must be done, and the bone marrow must be free of all disease. Since David Vedder's transplant was not free of disease, his immune system could not fight it off, and he died. If bone marrow transplants are unsuccessful, to prevent from getting infections, the victim is placed in a giant bubble. All items in the bubble are and must be carefully decontaminated, and the person can rarely, if ever, leave the bubble. Thank you for watching.